Hello there, my name's Mark. I've been working on a board game. If you've been on this channel before, you've probably seen it. It's called Gazbee's Game. And the premise behind it is a hyper-capitalistic society where people are looking to make the most money as fast as possible. And within it, there's what do you call it? A business, a conglomerate, an organization, if you will, and it's akin to a family-friendly, lovable organization that everyone knows, that makes TV shows, that makes movies, that has amusement parks, that has a singular animal as their mascot. And his name is Gazbee Goose. And he's a little bit rambunctious, he's a little bit crazy, he's a little bit kooky. And yeah, that's the whole brand around it. And so the Gazbee Corporation, it's a corporation, that's what it is. The Gazbee Corporation is putting on a game show. They're hosting an event where the best investors come and they try and invest, and they out-invest each other by investing into different industries. And so within this game, there's 4 industries. And you can invest into oil, agriculture, technology, or entertainment. And yeah, agriculture and oil oppose each other. Technology and entertainment oppose each other. And so, let's say, I'm getting ahead of myself. Players' goals is to accrue the most amount of burrs, or not burrs, burrs is the old name, bones. The bone, the bone is their currency. And so you want the most bones to win. You get a bone by investing, by buying, what's it called? By buying stocks in the industry exchange. You buy investments or shares of one of the 4 industries, and so you can buy that in 50 bone increments. And by buying that, you then earn a return of 40%. And so let's say you invest 50, you earn back 20 every time you land on a coordinating space. And so with that, you can also use these bones to buy spurs, and spurs influence the industry exchange. They make your space more valuable or less valuable. And so let's say you buy a +3. That means you earn 3 additional shares on that space. And so if you are invested 200, you earn back 80. And if you land on a +3, you earn 80 plus 240. So you earn a total of 320 because you earn the 80 plus 3 additional shares. Pretty plain and simple. But when you look at the board, there's a lot of spaces, a lot of places to go. And so you can play a spur on each individual space. And so let's say you play it on this space right here. Whenever you land on that, that'll be worth an additional +3. However, you don't know what you're going to land on until you land on it. Or you can keep track of it on your little pen and paper that you get. You can keep track of where certain spurs are. You can keep track of other people's investments. You can keep track of your own investments. Other players' money, how much they have, will be kept track of. And Yeah, maybe their total investment, where they're invested, will be kept track of. That's public information. But the Spurs, where they're played, is private. The only way you can learn about that is by playing more Spurs. And so let's say you play one on a different space over in technology over here. You can say, oh, well, someone played one over here. But you won't know that until you play one, and you can keep track of it. But as more people play, it's more difficult to keep track of because you only have a limited amount of time to look at the board. Maybe 5-10 seconds, I don't know. So, yeah. Okay. In a turn, what you can do is you can play Spurs, as many as you want that you own. You can keep track of what's going on in the board. You can then roll your dice. You roll a d20 for free. You can pay to move additional with different dice, each one increasing your odds of landing maybe where you want to land. Maybe it increases the return. I don't know. Maybe it's a little golden dice, it's a little special. Just kind of riffing right now. And then once you've moved, let's say you don't like the space you land on, you can pay additional bones to roll again. You have to keep that space though, sorry. And then once you've landed, depending on what space you land on, you collect. So let's say you land on this technology space, but you're not invested. You earn nothing. Sorry. Or maybe you lose or gain money depending on if there's something marked there. I don't know how that works. That's something I have to iron out. No, because you'll be invested in all four to an extent, I hope. That's the goal. Eventually. Yeah, it's kind of a slow burn. Like, maybe within the first 5 turns you're not invested, but by the 6th and 7th and 8th turn, you're gaining a lot of money, and then at that point it's like a runaway train, and everyone's just earning all this money, bones. And so it's who earns the most wins. You can also land on pink spaces. Pink spaces you can transport to coordinating spaces. Or if you don't want to transport, you can gamble money. You have to do one or the other. And if you land on a pink space, you have to stay there. You can't roll additional dice. And then once you've landed on a space, you can either invest in 50 bone increments, maximum of 100 bones per turn, 2 total industries, potentially, or 1 industry. Or you can buy Spurs. You can buy Spurs, I forget what the breakdown is, but there's a breakdown, and it's pretty fair. I think it's 3 for 30, all from 1 industry, 4 for 50, 2 Spurs from 2 industries, or 6 for 100, with all 6 coming from 1 industry. And then once that's over, you turn the ticker to notify your turn's over. And what the ticker does is once it goes down to 0, it resets all the spaces and the industry exchange is reset, so that it creates an even playing ground. Again, all the Spurs that you have in your hand, in your personal pile, stay to you, but all the ones on the board, those get reset. At the end of the turn, you move Gazbee Goose. What Gazbee does is he either takes money, takes bones, or he takes Spurs from you, or he dissolves your investments. That's if you share a space with him. That's about it. Maximum of 6 players. Yeah. Thanks for sticking around for the update, and yeah, this was more of just a brain jam session for myself so that I understand where I'm at. I enjoy this board because it's simple and to the point. However, I think This game begs for something fun and kooky, and hopefully that comes out soon. All right, thank you, and I hope to see you soon.